Hello friends, Annie here, back again with the second installment of Annie's Sash Fest 2024 picks on Lindy Stitch's YouTube channel. Thank you, Steph, for having me back again. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for tuning in to the second installment. And for those of you who are new here, I hope you'll check out my first episode of Annie's Sash Fest picks. Let's hop right on into it with my picks for, I guess it's been a week now, my picks of the week. First up, we have Array number 1 by Shaded Stitchery. This is really exciting because I feel like this is going to be a series, right? And we're getting the first one right now. I sure hope so. I just love all of the colors used in this beautiful, beautiful stitch. And I was quite surprised to find out that it's actually only 6 different DMC flosses. Doesn't it look like so many more? Let me give you the dimensions. It's 131 stitches wide by 132 high. So nice and square. You get the color pattern, and also you can do it monochromatically. I'm really drawn to the color pattern, but I can see how it would be really nice to do both and have them displayed next to each other. This is just gorgeous. And I also feel like this will be a really nice, meditative, satisfying comfort stitch as well. You know, when I first looked at it, I thought this would be a good pattern to test flosses out on. Like if you had some flosses that are in your stash and you don't know where to use them, you know, you could put them in here. But I really like the called for look so much that I might do those 6 called for colors. I don't know, something to think about there. It's so beautiful. Next up, we have Cittlewick Green by Rosewood Manor. I apologize. Please let me know if I am mispronouncing the name of this pattern. I was drawn to this beautiful sampler immediately because of that band at the bottom, that full coverage band of birds and berries. I believe it's berries. Let me zoom in here. Birds and berries and flowers. So gorgeous. I love doing full coverage, so that looks really fun to me. Also, I adore the leaves in all of the trees here, and I'm realizing now I think that the leaves in the trees and the flowers in the trees are specialty stitches, which I've never attempted before, but I think this would be a good place for me to try that out because I love this pattern. I also noticed another detail that I really like in this is, do you see the urns that are in front of the homes? The flowers coming out of those urns are overlapping the houses, which I just love that so much. There's so much beautiful detail in this piece. Can't wait for that one. Let me give you the information on it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this pattern is part of a 14-page booklet. It includes, it says here, 8 smalls. They can be finished as scissor fobs, ornaments, or 2 smalls to finish as needle books, 2 bookmarks, and 2 extra borders, plus a lovely welcome. I am very curious about those other patterns. That could be a really great way to start learning the specialty stitches, is with those smalls. Dying to see what that looks like. And you know, honestly, for $19, I would expect like just the sampler pattern for that. So that's really, you know, thrifty gal me, that's really a great deal. That's a lot of patterns, 8 smalls and the sampler for that price. This is 316 by 176 stitches. It's stitched on, what is this beautiful fabric? 32 count Aztec from Under the Sea, and it is charted in Weeks Dye Works floss. Okay, my next pick is a Kathy Barrick. Now, if you know me from my Instagram or from my Flosstube, I think you may have guessed that I would pick the tombstone pieces. I love them and I'm definitely going to stitch them, but I wanted to surprise you by picking a different piece, and that is happiness. I just love, well, okay, it's, you know, I love Kathy Barrick and all of her designs. I have the largest stash of Kathy Barrick and Carriage House samplings patterns of all my patterns. The majority are Kathy Barrick Carriage House samplings, not including Prairie Schooler, which I have maybe over 200 of. Anyway, I chose happiness. I love Kathy Barrick and Carriage House samplings renderings of what I like to call sad girls. Okay, I know I know this pattern is called happiness, and I do believe this girl pictured here is quite happy, but she also has some sad vibes. So if you saw Kathy and Liz's new release video that they put out yesterday, which was Wednesday the 14th, I believe, Kathy does talk about happiness, and she said that it was really like a self-portrait of her. And I love that. It's a self-portrait of her and all of her animals that she takes care of in her backyard. And I loved when she said that, because before I saw the video and I saw this pattern, I actually thought that this girl in the pattern reminds me of me in my backyard with my animals. And I mean, look at the haircut, right? Hold on. Could it be me? I think it's me, and that's why I would really love to stitch her. I mean, the blackbirds, I have the crows, I have the deer, I have the fox, I have the squirrels, got the owl. You know, we don't have bunnies, but maybe if I stitch this, some bunnies will come visit me. So my Kathy Barrick pick for Stash Fest is happiness. And I say that with the caveat that naturally, I'm not even counting tombstones, because like obviously I'm going to do the tombstones. So happiness. I got so excited about happiness that I didn't give you any information on it whatsoever. So here we go. This pattern is 125 stitches wide by 177 stitches high. It's charted in needlepoint silks, and always, as always, there is a thoughtful DMC conversion provided. The model was stitched on 40 count sand by fiber on a whim. And after Kathy Barrick, we have, my next pick is Hello from Liz Matthews. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that Liz and I have been best friends for 2 decades. So it was really difficult for me to pick just one stitch of hers. I mean, there was no rules. I could have picked them all, but I didn't think that would be fair, right? So I decided on one. I just think Liz is so talented. It is very difficult to pick just one, but I chose Flowers and Friends. Here it is. I have actually personal reasons for choosing this, not only because of the name of the stitch, Flowers and Friends, and Liz is my BFF, but also the house in this stitch reminds me very much of the house that I lived in before moving to my current house. When I lived in Baltimore City. We moved out of the city in 2019, but I loved that house so much and made so many beautiful memories there that I would really love to stitch it up. I also love the jewel tone flowers, and I love that there's really not a lot of empty space in this piece. It's just a lot of beautiful flower stitching. And, you know, I see some black winged red-winged blackbirds. I think that's what those are. And, you know, I love stitching blackbirds as well. And not many people are into spiders. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not into real life spiders at all, but I love stitching spider webs and spiders. So I will be stitching those, even though Liz has mentioned in her video, you know, if you're not into spiders or stitching them, this would be perfectly beautiful without the spiders as well. But I will be stitching the spiders. So my Hello from Liz Matthews picks for Stash Fest is Flowers and Friends. And again, that was really, really hard to narrow down. But, oh, also, I happened to see, I was lucky enough to see the model for this at Liz's house. So I knew then that I had to stitch it. Okay, next up, I have chosen Mary Benyon 1870 by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. Look at this beautiful high contrast sampler. I love, okay, let me just list all the things I love about this right off the bat. I love the high contrast, that bright fabric. I love the way the corner flowers are rendered, are stitched. I mean, when was this stitched? 1870? I just feel like those flowers are so abstract and modern. I've never seen anything like that. I would really, really like to have this on my wall. Stitched just like the model. Those flowers are so unique and so interesting and eye-catching. I would like to know more about Mary Benyon and her flowers. This is just beautiful. And of course it has a gorgeous bird in the middle. What is not to love about this? Let me go get the information here. Let's see. You know, and it's not, to me, it's not that big. I feel like for me, anything under 200 stitches square just feels very, very doable. I don't know if that's a delusion, but that's what I think. This is 166 by 148 stitches. This model was stitched on 36 count. Oh, I don't know how to say this. Tibuchina? I have no idea. By Fox and Rabbit, and it's stitched in DMC. Wow. Okay. That is a must for me. So Mary Benyon 1870 by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I am very, very excited for that and very excited to acquire this purple fabric that I do not know how to pronounce. Okay. And lastly, we're already at lastly. Lastly, I chose these two things together. I grouped them together. You'll see why. I chose pin sets by Puntini. These are so cute. I love the three crows. Again, I mean, I feel like a broken record. I'm sorry if I'm so predictable and redundant, but I love blackbirds. I love these crows. I love a murder of crows. I chose the crows and I chose the chocolate pin set. I mean, when I look at the chocolate pin set, like I can smell them and taste them. So I think I need them. Now, real talk, I have no idea what these pins are for. Does it say in the description? Maybe I should read. It says set of handcrafted decorative pins by Puntini. I don't care what they're for. I love them. I want them. And you know what? They'll be perfect for decorating a stitchy case. So yeah, those are my picks of the week. I may or may not be back again. If I don't see you, I want to remind you that Lindy Stitches is combining shipping for all of the Stash Fest pre-orders, so you can feel free to make separate purchases, and when the patterns are all at Lindy Stitch's headquarters after they do their shopping at Stash Fest, they're going to combine your order for you, ship it in one package, and refund you any excess shipping charges. So thank you so much, Lindy Stitches, for putting in the extra work to do that, to ensure that we can save some money or buy some more patterns with that saved money. That's my Thrifty Gal alert for you. My other Thrifty Gal alert is there is a wish list function on the Lindy Stitches website. So if you're not sure yet what all you want to buy, you can save things on your wish list, go back later and make your decisions. The pre-order deadline to ensure that Lindy Stitches puts in an order for you at the marketplace is August 22nd, because they will be doing their shopping beginning on the 23rd. So if you place your order by the 22nd, that's the best way to guarantee that you will receive your items. Is there anything else for me to share? I don't think so. Just thank you so much. If you're tuning in for the second time, thank you for returning. And if it's for the first time, I really hope that you enjoyed yourself. Thank you, Lindy Stitches, for having me on your channel. Mwah.